Right, hi Joy.
Hi.
How are you? Today what I want to do is just talk to you about your term paper that you've written for us. It's a nice term paper, thanks a lot. So the first, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, okay? And the first one will be about knowledge, then how much do you understand it, and then what your evaluation is. So firstly, could you, and you should speak in as complete answers as you can. So firstly, could you describe what you think are the most obvious examples of racial inequality in Thailand?
So for me, the most example for racial would be like in Thai society, people like kind of like in Thai society we are not like have a open racism like America, but we kind of hide it. So like people might not acknowledge it that we are like racist to another person or another ethnic group. So the most obvious example would be that for the government to support only the urban city but not the rural city, and we can see this through the statistic I have researched from the government, like for the education for the ethnic group, they are like have a very under like low standard of education, or some even not have an education at all. And compared to the Bangkok, like we kind of have a mini school for students to study. Yeah.
Can you be more clear about the statistical difference?
Like for according to the Ministry of Education, like about 80% of Bangkok, like children have the chance to be like have knowledge to be educated, but compared to the ethnic group, it's about less than 10%.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean by less than 10%?
Like they like didn't have enough equipment or money to build a school and for the children to have education.
Do you mean to say that only 10% of country kids go to school? Is that right?
Yeah, like.
But what? 90%? Okay.
Like kind of like. I mean like. Or just the.
Well, let's just try and be more clear. What do you mean that only 80% of Thai kids in Bangkok have opportunities to develop themselves, but only 10% of rural kids do? That's a really shocking statistic. Can you just be a little more clear what you mean by opportunity?
For opportunity, I mean like for people who live in Bangkok, like, they all have money and that, so it would like have so they could put their children in like in the international school or in a Thai school that is very expensive. So like the standard between this school is higher than the one that doesn't have money.
I see. So I think I know what you mean. That's a little bit unclear, the concept still though. Okay, alright. In your next part of your term paper, you said that 63% of the content of the Thai drama show that you watched, which is called... Right. You said it's not biased. What do you mean by... what do you mean not biased?
Like, it's like not having anything special in the scene. Like, it's not kind of biased as other scene.
Well, when you say it's biased, okay, when you said that 37% was biased, what do you mean by biased?
I mean by like when we see like when it's half the scene that is all about the air hostess, and I see that all the air hostess is all have white skin, and also the captain is half white skin. So this is kind of say that if you want to be an air hostess, you have to have a white skin and you have to be like beauty to be an air hostess, but they should kind of put the dark skinned people, and like they can also be beautiful and they can be air hostess.
Why is that biased though? If they only show white skin captains, white skin air hostesses, why is that an example of bias?
Because it's kind of racist to people.
Why?
Like, how come like air hostess can be only white? Yeah.
Okay, well let's turn it around. What jobs in the show are done by dark skinned people?
So in this show they kind of have like in maid and a friend of maid.
Okay, so let's try and make this more clear then.
Yeah.
A white skin is with the air hostess and the
Yeah.
pilot, and the dark skin is the maid, and so on. So why is that biased?
So like in Thai culture, like air hostess is like a kind of top job, but it's also kind of like service, just like a maid, and like so it's like only rich people and white can be this one can be on air hostess, and only dark and poor people can be just only a maid.
I see. So you're saying that race and money.
Can connect it.
Okay, I get you. Okay, let's move on now. Final question. You talked about the efforts in Australia to reduce racism, okay? And you talked about how effective that's been there. I'd like you now to evaluate the possibility of this strategy succeeding in Thailand. What do you think? Would it work or not work, and why not?
I think it will work, like in Thailand, like according to my research, like about 65% people who reading news and watching news, and about 50% are using the internet. So like if the campaign is promoting through this media, it's like can I get people attention, and like now people have not much knowledge about the racism. So if we express what is racism and what is the situation in Thailand right now, so like they can gain knowledge and become aware of what it is and how can we improve it to make Thailand even better. And like I also look at another campaign in Thailand, and it's not much successful, but it kind of keeping better every year.
Which campaign are you talking about?
The campaign about driving safety during the Songkran festival.
Okay, you said it wasn't very successful here?
Yeah, because like during Songkran is a holiday, right? And like people also drive to the outside of city, so the chance for accident is much higher. So we cannot control every person to like drive safely, but we kind of make a campaign and promoting through the Songkran festival that if you drive slower, you will be much safer.
But you said it's not that successful, so if it's not that successful, what chance is a really difficult campaign like racism going to have? Why do you think it might work?
Because, and also like according to the campaign for Vina campaign, this one is like support women and children in Thailand. Yeah. So this campaign is also very successful. And like the founder is like Pavina, and she is a politician. And like this campaign also make her win the vote for female vote. So
you're saying the campaigns can work?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So all right. Good. Thank you very much.